Wait, do not scroll. This showed up on your screen for a reason. Archangel Michael wants you to hear this, right now. Because something important is being spoken. Not behind your back, but for your future. You see, sometimes, God doesn't get angry at you. He gets upset for you. Not because you did something wrong, but because someone tried to damage your destiny, your peace, or your family's blessings, without you even knowing. Archangel Michael says, there is a conversation happening in heaven. And your name is being spoken. Not in judgment, but in protection. Not in punishment, but in preparation. Because when God protects your future, He removes what was quietly hurting your destiny. You had no idea, but a spiritual deal was already made on your behalf. A deal not to harm you, but to secure your victory, your peace, your restoration. Someone may have doubted you. Someone may have tried to close your doors. But Archangel Michael whispers, no one can cancel what heaven has approved. God is not angry at your daughter. He is protecting her future, strengthening her path, surrounding her with light, and making sure every hidden blessing reaches her without delay, because your family's story is not one of fear, but of favor. If you are still listening, it means your spirit is awake. It means your soul recognizes that this message is not ordinary. Archangel Michael says, you felt that for a reason. Because this is not about fear. This is about confirmation. This is about alignment. This is about answers, the kind you've been waiting for. Let me ask you. Have you felt heavy and tired for no reason? Have you felt like God is silent, even when your heart is screaming? Have you noticed, your prayers weren't answered immediately? But somehow, deep inside, you still had hope that something is being arranged. Archangel Michael says, your prayers were never ignored. They were being processed. Heaven wasn't silent. It was working. Not in front of you, but for you. God didn't expose the battle, because He already won it. You didn't see the fight, but you will see the victory. Archangel Michael reveals something powerful today. Your future was not attacked. It was negotiated. Heaven chose to rewrite what others tried to block. Heaven chose to protect what others tried to spoil. Heaven chose to heal what others tried to damage. You thought some things were delayed, but they were actually being upgraded. You thought something was removed from your life, but it was actually being replaced with better. Because when God delays, He is designing. When He holds back, He is building higher. And let me tell you something beautiful. Archangel Michael says, your daughter isn't under judgment. She is under preparation. Under protection. She is walking into a purpose greater than what even you imagined. So don't worry if she is quiet, or distant, or seems confused sometimes. Sometimes God hides His chosen ones before He launches their destiny. I want you to hear this. Your family is not failing. Your blessings are not delayed. Your miracles are not cancelled. They are simply being carefully delivered. In a way that no human hand can touch. That no enemy can block. Your story is being written. Inside God's timing. So be strong. Be gentle with your heart. The favor coming your way is bigger than the pain you went through. And when it happens, you will look back and say, now I understand why it had to happen this way. If you feel this in your heart, don't just keep it. Comment Amen, share this, and subscribe. So more souls can receive what heaven is trying to deliver. I will see you in part 3. God bless you. If you are still here, it means this message was meant to find you. You did not find it, it found you. Now take a deep breath. Lift your head. And say quietly, my future is already protected. My family is already covered. My blessings are on their way. If your heart felt something while listening, don't ignore it. Subscribe so you never miss another divine message meant for you. Share this with someone you love. Because their future is protected too. God bless you. See you in the next message. If you're still here, it means your heart was meant to hear this. People don't stay on a video this long unless their spirit is touched, or their destiny is calling. Archangel Michael says, this is not just a message. This is a confirmation. You may have felt thought balloon like you are fighting battles no one sees. Thought balloon carrying weights no one understands. Thought balloon smiling in front of everyone. But praying quietly when you are alone. You don't talk much about your pain. Yet God hears every word you never say. Archangel Michael whispers. Your tears were never ignored. They were collected. They are being turned into testimonies. Some blessings don't arrive because you ask. They arrive because you endured. You kept your faith, even when the storm felt endless. You kept walking, even when the path was unclear. And heaven noticed. Listen. You are not behind in life. You are being aligned with the right life. And sometimes alignment looks like small blue diamond delays. Small blue diamond disconnections. Small blue diamond strange silence. Small blue diamond or painful endings. But those endings were actually beginnings, disguised as endings. You didn't lose friends. God filtered them. You didn't lose opportunities. God replaced them. You didn't lose direction. God is redirecting you. There is something powerful coming your way. Not just something you want, but something you need. Something that will not just change your situation, but transform your life's purpose. And when it arrives, it won't feel like luck. It will feel like it was meant for you all along. Your daughter. Her future is not in danger. It's in development. You're not watching her fall. You're witnessing her being shaped. She is covered. She is guided. She is chosen. Your family is not breaking. It is breaking through. Every door that closed was a door that didn't belong to your destiny. And every door that opens now will be one that can't be closed by anyone. Not by people. Not by envy. Not by fear. Not even by your past. So, lift your head. Your season of heavy silence is ending. Your season of divine answers is starting. God didn't forget you. He was preparing the moment. He would remember you publicly. And that moment is closer than you think. If this spoke to your heart, don't just leave quietly. Subscribe so you don't miss the next message. Comment, "I receive it," if your spirit felt this. Share this with someone whose heart needs healing too. I will see you in part 4. Stay blessed. Archangel Michael says, when heaven prepares a miracle, it often begins with silence. Sometimes God doesn't send answers first. He sends peace. Sometimes He doesn't open the door immediately. He calms your spirit before He shows you the way. Because miracles don't always start loud. Some miracles start quietly, inside your heart. Maybe you've been asking, why do I feel change coming, even though nothing around me has changed yet? It's because God changes your spirit first, and then your situation. You are being prepared, not just to receive blessings, but to handle them, guard them, and grow through them. That is why some things left your life. Not to hurt you, but to make space for something heaven has hand-picked for you. Archangel Michael whispers, you are not being punished. You are being positioned. Positioned for clarity. Positioned for elevation. Positioned for answered prayers that carry purpose. You asked God to open a door. But God didn't just open it. He is making sure no one can shut it again. That is why it took longer. Because this time, when your blessing comes, it will not slip from your hands. Your daughter, her journey may look confusing now, but God is not writing her story for the moment. He is writing it for generations. Her gifts are being shaped. Her spirit is being strengthened. Her steps are being ordered, not rushed. So do not worry. She is not lost. She is being led. And you may not see it yet, but something in your spirit already knows. You are stepping into a time where things just start aligning. Without stress. Without force. Without pain. Just alignment. Just grace. Just favor. Because when God moves, He doesn't just restore what was lost. He multiplies it. So if you've been feeling a shift, a quiet peace, a soft assurance in your soul, it's because heaven has already decided. Your waiting season is turning into your rising season. Not by chance. Not by luck. But by divine appointment. If your heart felt this, don't let this message stop with you. Share it with someone who needs peace today. Comment, "I believe," if your faith just felt lifted. And if you don't want to miss part 5, subscribe. Your next confirmation is on the way. God bless you. Sparkles. Archangel Michael says, do not be surprised when things suddenly start aligning. You didn't get lucky. You got aligned. Heaven knew how long you've carried the weight. How long you've stayed strong. Even when your heart felt tired. How long you've prayed, while quietly wondering if God still saw you. And now, heaven answers. Yes. He saw every prayer. He noticed every tear. He counted every step you took in faith. You thought nothing was changing. But something was actually changing inside you. Your eyes see differently now. Your heart trusts differently now. Your spirit feels differently now. God didn't just want to improve your situation. He wanted to strengthen you for it. Because what is coming next requires the version of you that you have now become. Archangel Michael whispered this just for you. The delay was your training. The waiting was your shaping. The silence was your preparation. And now, the same God who taught you patience in the valley will now show you purpose on the mountain. Doors are going to open. Not because you forced them, but because they cannot stay closed anymore. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your grace is being noticed in moments you didn't expect. You are stepping into favor you didn't even ask for. Because this is not reward. This is divine recognition. Your daughter. She was never forgotten. God has been designing her path quietly. Not rushed. Not forced. Not pressured. But perfectly timed. Her future isn't fragile. It's protected. She is carrying more purpose than you can see right now. And soon, you will understand why God took so much time preparing her. The battles you fought were never just about survival. They were about becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming who heaven always knew you could be. And now, it's time for restoration. Time for peace. Time to breathe again. Your story is not turning. It's unfolding. One divine page at a time. And trust me, the next chapter will be the one you thank God for. If you feel this was meant for you, don't leave in silence. Comment, "I receive it," to confirm your faith. Share this with someone you love, so their spirit can heal too. Subscribe now, because part 6 will speak straight to your heart. Don't miss it. God bless you. Archangel Michael says, the moment your spirit aligns, your destiny responds. That's why lately, your heart has been feeling something you cannot explain. A strange peace. A gentle confidence. A quiet knowing that something is shifting. Not in your surroundings first, but inside you. Because the greatest miracles don't always begin with signs. They begin with inner alignment. You may not see the full picture yet, but you have already stepped into a new chapter. A chapter where things will begin to make sense. Where what hurt you will start to teach you. Where what left you will start to bless you. Because heaven didn't just answer your prayer. It elevated your understanding. You are beginning to see that. Not everything that leaves is a loss. And not everything that stays is a blessing. Sometimes, God protects you. By closing doors you wanted open. Archangel Michael whispers. God is not hiding your promise from you. He is growing you into your promise. There are people you thought you needed. But you didn't. There were places you thought you would stay. But you outgrew them. There were seasons you begged God to keep. That He had to end. So He could begin what truly belonged to you. You will begin to notice. Nothing feels forced anymore. You no longer chase, beg, or cling. That is not pride. That is peace. That is maturity. That is alignment. Because when God aligns your life, you stop chasing and start attracting. You stop worrying and start trusting. You stop fighting for a seat at the wrong table. And God prepares a better table. With the right people. In the right room. At the right time. And about your daughter. She is not behind. She is being carried into her purpose. Quietly, safely, spiritually. Her timing is different. Because her calling is different. She doesn't need to be understood. She just needs to be guided. And heaven is already doing that. Your family story is not one of struggle. It is one of becoming. Becoming stronger. Becoming wiser. Becoming what God always knew you could be. Because what God is building with you is not temporary. It is generational. So walk gently. You are not late. You are right on divine time. Pause the fear. Silence the doubt. Something beautiful is already on its way to you. Not because you forced it, but because you finally became ready. If your soul felt this, don't walk away quietly. Comment, "I believe," to claim this alignment. Share this with someone whose spirit needs peace today. Subscribe so you don't miss part 7. Your spirit will thank you. God bless you. Sparkles. Archangel Michael says, there comes a moment when heaven stops preparing you in private and starts presenting you in public. You may feel it already. Something inside you has shifted. You don't panic the way you used to. You don't chase what isn't meant for you. You're quieter now, more peaceful. Not because you stopped caring, but because you started trusting. This is the sign. You are entering the season of divine presentation. You see, God didn't just lift you spiritually. He prepared you emotionally, mentally, and gracefully. Because what He is about to place in your hands is not just a blessing. It is a responsibility. A position of influence. A platform of purpose. And the most beautiful part? You will not have to force it, prove it, or chase it. It will find you, choose you, and fit you, because it was written for you, before you even knew it existed. Archangel Michael whispers. You are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into recognition. The kind of recognition that cannot be blocked, cannot be denied, and cannot be stolen. Because when heaven decides to make your name known, there is no human hand that can cover it. The same doors that once ignored you will now look for you. The same voices that once doubted you will now speak of you. Not because you changed, but because your season changed. Your presence will carry peace. Your words will carry wisdom. Your spirit will carry light. Not because you are better than anyone, but because you allowed God to shape your heart before He raised your platform. And your daughter, she will not rise by accident. She will rise by divine appointment. Quietly molded, gently guided. Carrying a purpose even she does not fully understand yet. Her journey may seem slow, but that's because God isn't building a moment. He's building a legacy. She is covered. She is guided. She is chosen. So now, walk with calm confidence. Not hurried. Not desperate. Not worried. Because you are stepping into a place where people will recognize what God always saw. A place where favor follows you. Where doors respond to you. Where purpose walks with you. This is not just your turn. This is your time. If this touched your heart, don't leave silently. Comment, "It's my time," to confirm it. Share this with someone who needs comfort today. Subscribe now, because part 8 will speak deeply to your spirit. Like a healing you didn't know you needed. God bless you. Sparkles. Archangel Michael says, when God finishes preparing you, He doesn't return what you lost. He replaces it with what fits your destiny. This is why some things had to end. Some people had to walk away. Some doors had to close. Not as a punishment, but as a completion. A divine completion of a chapter that no longer belonged to your future. You didn't lose. You outgrew. You didn't break. You transformed. You didn't get delayed. You were being divinely timed. You see, God is not always fast, but He is always perfect. He won't give you something too early, and He will never give it too late. He gives it right when your spirit is ready to handle it. And now, your spirit is ready. Archangel Michael whispers softly. This is not just a breakthrough. It is the fulfillment of what you once prayed for. The peace you feel now. This is the peace you begged God for years ago on your hardest nights. The clarity you have now. This is the wisdom He was building in your silence. The confidence you walk with now. This is the strength He shaped through your tears. Do you see now? It was never rejection. It was redirection. It was never abandonment. It was alignment. It wasn't the end. It was the build-up. Everything had a purpose, every delay, every tear, every prayer. Because God wasn't just writing a story for you. He was writing a testimony through you. And your daughter. She is not behind. She is being lifted in her own time. Protected by grace. Guided by divine wisdom. She is not in danger. She is in destiny. One day, you will watch her step into her purpose. And your heart will whisper, "Now I see what God was doing all along." So now, breathe. Rest your heart. Peace is not coming. It has arrived. Grace is not on the way. It has begun. You are not waiting anymore. You are walking into it. This is not a prophecy. This is confirmation. Your soul already knows it. This is your time. Not to chase, but to receive. Not to fear, but to trust. Not to question, but to thank. Because when God completes a chapter, He doesn't say, "the end." He says, "Now we begin." If you feel this was meant for you, don't leave without acknowledging it. Comment, "I receive this." And let heaven see your faith. Share this with someone whose heart needs healing. Subscribe so you never miss what God is preparing next for you. God bless you, Archangel Michael says. You didn't just listen to messages. You journeyed through them. Piece by piece. Your spirit received comfort. Your heart received clarity. And your soul received confirmation. You didn't just hear words. You experienced healing. You didn't just watch a video. You felt something change inside you. And today, heaven gently whispers. This is no longer a promise. This is your new reality. The season of confusion is closing. The season of waiting is ending. The season of wondering if God will move is shifting into a season where you will see Him move. Not guessed. Not hoped. Seen. Because now, God is not just touching your heart. He is touching your life. People will see it. Not because you tell them, but because your peace will show it. Your strength will show it. Your grace will show it. The battles you quietly overcame will soon become the reason someone else finds faith. Your story wasn't just protected. It was polished. So that it could shine, Archangel Michael says. You are not leaving this series the same way you entered. You are leaving stronger, calmer, wiser, and more aligned with your purpose than ever before. Sparkles. From now on, you will speak differently. You will walk differently. You will react differently. Not out of fear, but from a place of divine rest. Because now, you finally understand. You are not alone. You were never alone. So breathe deeply. Lift your head. And quietly whisper. Sparkles, God, thank you. Not just for what you gave, but for what you made me become. This is your moment. Not of ending, but of beautiful beginning. The blessing has already started. Walk gently into it. Dove. If this final part touched your heart, don't let it end here. Comment, I receive this new beginning. Share this message with someone who needs peace today. Subscribe for more divine guidance. Because your journey with grace is just beginning. God bless you. Sparkles.